There's so much shame attached to womankind. And this shame began with the story of Eve, Adam and Eve, or Lilith. It began with Mary Magdalene, wherein the woman is denigrated into the situation where they are considered to be nothing more than a whore who's been set aside by her husband or by God as someone unholy, someone who moves men to do sinful things, someone who entices men. And this prostitution glue which has stuck to womankind and stuck to the name of Eve and Lilith and Mary Magdalene is one which very tenderly needs to be healed and cleansed and baptized and washed from our consciousness as a collective. For when we denigrate women, when we degrade women, we degrade society. And this is why we see so much degradation in society today, because we have women icons who are in the music industry and in Hollywood who behave like prostitutes, and they're glorified for it, they're worshipped for it, and the youth of today looks up to these women as the icons of how women should be, how they should look, how they should act. And I most certainly don't want my daughters to look or act or dress like these people. And I'm sure many of you agree with me on this subject matter. One would hope so anyway. So we can see that by degrading women, we're degrading society. So the story of Mary Magdalene has an enormous amount of shame attached to it. Her name carries a great burden, a great weight. For many people in the name of Christ and Mary Magdalene were murdered in the millions over the last 2,000 years. Her bloodline was massacred, her friends, her followers, they were all swiftly burned at the stake, crucified or murdered en masse all over Europe in an effort to remove Mary Magdalene as the wife of Jesus and remove any evidence of her bloodline or evidence of their marriage. Hence we have the Gnostic Gospels, for example, like the Gospel of Philip, removed from the Bible purposefully, because therein Jesus is said to kiss Mary Magdalene often on the mouth in public. So this makes us question, well, what man 2,000 years ago, certainly a rabbi, a Jewish rabbi, a prince of his kingdom, a Davidic prince, would never be seen kissing a woman on the mouth in public, lest she be his wife? And this is a very crucial point, for also the bathing and anointing of the feet and head with spikenard oil, which Mary Magdalene is written to have done twice in the New Testament, was in fact a bridal ritual. The first time that she bathed and anointed Jesus's feet was the engagement ceremony, the first marriage. And then the couple would have procreated and had a second marriage when she was with child. And Mary Magdalene was said to be with child at the crucifixion. And her husband Jesus, they had been recently married in Cana. That was their wedding. And otherwise, why would Mother Mary be so concerned that there was no wine at the wedding? So there's a lot of history that's been misinterpreted and rewritten as truth. And I really took it onto myself to right these wrongs of history, because they needed to be explained as they truly were. For if we're to fully embody and experience the true messianic cause, then we shall have to first understand this truth that Yeshua and Mary Magdalene were married.